'cause you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Kick back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day.
Good morning, Good morning. Good morning. Where is everybody? I'm not going to play it again. Good morning. Come on. Where's everyone? Hello, hello, hello. Where's our Auntie Jean? Did she fall asleep? She must have fell asleep. Okay. Good morning, Suzanne. Thank you for sharing it. I saw Auntie Jean say she hadn't been to bed, so she must have fallen asleep. Hello, hello. Kathy Hand. Hi, sweetheart. All right, you're trickling in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the heart brain, and hopefully others will come on in and find it. There you are, Jean. You didn't fall asleep. What the heck? You haven't been to bed yet, girl. What's that all about? Well, let's do the heart brain and do the program so you can go to bed, okay? So hands on your heart and slow down the breathing. And add in the love. Doesn't it feel good this Monday morning to come in and see everyone? Hopefully the fam will all get in here. We will see. But just focus on your love right now. Loving yourself. Being you. All right. Well, I don't know where everybody is, but y'all are here. So thank you. Thank you for being here this morning. And let me go grab the blog, which is Freebird. Anybody remember that song besides me? All right, Freebird. Will Rogers says, if there are no dogs in heaven, then when I die, I want to go where they went. Oh, Mr. Rogers, you are on to something there. I've met the most incredible, loving, accepting beings on the planet during my Peace on Earth tour. So many animals, so little time. From coast to coast, these little fur babies have won my heart and shown me what true love is all about. I've always been an animal lover and a voice for the voiceless, as my friend Karen describes it. She and I even co-wrote a book called Time Heals for Animals. The question comes up a lot about the afterlife of both humans and animals. It's one of those things that we cannot provide absolute evidence of, yet the knowingness of it is there. Numerous people have near-death experiences and share things that cannot be disputed. For instance, the conversation held in the hospital room among doctors and nurses after the person was declared dead, and then when they came back into their body, they were able to repeat it word for word. Mediums can share things from loved ones having no prior knowledge about the person's life or personality. I've personally done this myself on many occasions. I've also connected with the energy of precious pets who have gone on to their spirit being and shared things about their life that I had no way of knowing, but the pet's human confirmed as true. Many times the pet assures us they will return, and they do, but in a different body. So while there is nothing concrete that can be held physically and proven to anyone, there is definitive proof of an afterlife. I recently held a conversation with my friend Sharon about what that afterlife might possibly consist of. I shared with her that one day I stood on the banks of a river in Florida and started hearing voices speaking to me. They shared their experience of their demise. I asked why they were in the river instead of going on to the spirit realm, as that was my preconceived idea of what happened once a soul leaves the human body. Time and time again, these beings replied that they were in the spirit realm. They were exactly where they wanted to be in their afterlife. It was a revelation for me. Having grown up with a Christian-based religion, my concept of the afterlife was a heaven somewhere, not sure where exactly, but everyone either went there or to a much less desired place of eternal punishment, and again, nebulous in its exact location. Those were the choices. For me to think that a river could be a place where a soul might choose to be in its afterlife was a bit of a stretch, but once I stretched, I got it. Why do we limit anything that has to do with our spirit being? Who says the address for heaven is at 777 Pearly Gate Highway? It might be 111 Mount Shasta Way. Dear angels, once we lose our preconceived notions of how things have to be, a whole world opens up for us. If indeed we are a spark of the divine, and I believe we all are, then wherever we choose to be, we are in the presence of the divine. I can see me resting in peace on top of the Rockies or swimming with the dolphins in the Atlantic. I believe I will continue to be that free bird with too many places to call home to only reside in one of them. Dear ones, your relationship with the Creator is personal and not to be dictated by anyone else. You connect with the Creator from inside of you, not the outside. What does your heart tell you? You are the one who will decide how your experience is once you are no longer in your human form and you return back to spirit. Just know that whatever you decide, there is no judgment toward it. Once you make your transition from the earth plane, there is no brain to complicate the process. Spirit is in total control of what happens next. Without the ego mind state to question and create an energy of fear, you will see more clearly that there is only love. You will find that place that you and your Creator decide on together. There may be a beloved pet waiting for you. Dear angels, today I promise to stay open-minded in my beliefs. I certainly do. So that's my thoughts, and that's what the angels responded to me, and I'm going with that. So may not be very popular opinion among some, but you know what? I always listen to the angels. They haven't steered me wrong yet. Linda Lemieux, good morning. Jennifer Langren, Annie Seven, Ricky and Josie and Sally and Tony, Deirdre, and Suzanne. Good morning, good morning. So happy that you all are all here. Thank you for coming in. And I know I read that kind of quick, but there was a lot of jewels in there and a lot of thinking that the angels had me doing yesterday in the they really wanted to get that message out last night. And as I sat with it, I was just laughing at their silliness, and yeah, who says that everything has to be a certain way? That was my thought. It's like, no, I think we have possibilities. We have unlimited possibilities of what can happen once we leave our human body. And I don't think anybody can tell us that it has to be a certain way. Good morning, my Joanne. All right, let's see what Kuan Yin has to say about all of this morning. Kuan Yin says, the walls come tumbling down. To defend ourselves against pain, we can create walls of protection around us, sometimes without even realizing it. Those walls make it hard for love, life, and joy to enter our world. Maybe we needed those walls once upon a time, but now it's time for those walls to come tumbling down because divine love wants to enter your world. I love that. Oh, Sally, I think it's tailored to suit our souls and the life we led. I think you are so right. And I think that's what the angels were telling us. There are no have-tos. I think once we lose that thought that it has to be a certain way, I mean, who dictates that? Who says that it has to be that way? And I'm one of those rebels that says, oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to go look for that other way. I'm going to go see what's there and what's real. And to me, what's real is when these angels sit with me every night and give us some instruction and give us what we can think about. We have a brain to think. And I love that brain only serves us while we're here in the human body. We don't need it anymore once we enter spirit. It's just the mechanism to help us through this lifetime and to help us make it through. So listen to the spirit more than you listen to the brain. And you'll find out that sometimes that stinking thinking is going against us. It's not helping us. It's not what we need to understand. Always listen to the heart. Always go into your heart. You can ask your heart anything. And if you put it in a yes or no question, you'll always get an answer. Always. I do a lot of what's called muscle testing. So sometimes I'll use the sway, which is my body, my subconscious, telling my body which way to move to give me a yes or no indication. So a lot of times I'll do that. If I'm really a little muddied about something, I'll just go to my heart and I just ask it in a yes or no way, and my body moves. Cryon calls that the smart body. Yeah, our subconscious is what's driving it. So the subconscious is moving body in one direction or another. Oksana, thank you for being with us. Good morning. Oksana says, love is all there is. Now I choose love. I am love. I am in love. I am loved. I invite love angels into my life to guide me in love. Yay and thank you. Thank you, Oksana. I love that you're here this morning, our little poetress. And are you any closer to wanting to publish all those poems that you have written? Because I would love to see that happen. Auntie Jean says, so strange. I listened to a YouTube by a man who had a near-death experience. Only this priest says he went to hell. He said it was horrible. I do not believe him. I know my God would not create such a place. When the Bible mentions hell, it's referring to the grave. I believe that if we choose to punish ourselves, we're going to have an experience that is not so loving. But yes, our God is all love. And what I've experienced in talking to people that have either had near-death experiences or people that have gone on to their spirit self and they communicate from beyond, they only say it's about love. I've never talked to anyone that says, oh, I'm in a horrible place and I'm not happy and da da da. I've never had that experience. And I've talked to a lot of loved ones in spirit. So I don't know. It's really an interesting thing, isn't it? The things that we create with our mind and the things that we think are real and they're not. Tally. It's been my experience that some of us will remain in the very same energy that we were here. We will be in the afterlife. That means that Teri will always be her same spunky, loving rebel in the afterlife, paving her own path. Yeah, if you read the blog, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be up high on a mountain somewhere or on a beach, running along the beach. I don't think that heaven is a specific place. And I always had that thought as a child because that's what I was taught. I was taught that, you die, you go across a river, and then you're in heaven. I'm like, okay, what was that all about? Because I seriously believe that we created wherever that forever afterlife might be. We create it. Good morning, Michelle Landers. Thank you for being with us on this Monday. That is a whole lot of love from our Oksana, who says, wow, thank you for believing in me. I've heard some of those poems. I do believe in you. And I think you're amazing. Good morning, Jessie. Thank you for being here. And Sally says, that is food to really give you something to think about, because we know that life is created on balance. So if there is having, it only stands to reason that there's hell. Oh, if there's a heaven, it only stands to reason there's a hell as well. That exactly, I think it's up to each person as well. Yeah, I don't believe that God is a punishing God. I seriously don't. I've been in touch with spirit my whole life, and I've heard the teachings. I know that there are people who subscribe to that place where you burn for eternity. I don't believe that. And it's up to each one of us to have that personal relationship with our Creator to see what our beliefs are. Jean says, I think he made that illusion for himself. Yeah. Oksana said, there is an astral plane where our fears live. We create that by fear and resentment. The souls are trapped as long as they believe in those fears. As soon as they believe in light and love, they release themselves into love. Let's release our fears now and live only in love. Yeah, I agree. I believe we can have heaven on earth. And I believe that that's inside of us. And I choose that. I choose not to live in fear anymore. I've been there. I've done that. That's no fun. That is so, it's so oppressive to be held down by fear, to think, oh, I can't even go out my front door. I can't even drive down the road. I'm afraid to drive. I've known people that were afraid to drive, and, they were afraid of what might happen. So release the fear. I love that, Oksana. I think that's a great thing for us to do this morning, because when we release the fear and release what's holding us down, we can fly, we can soar, we can do whatever the heck we want to do. And so I'm ready for that. I'm ready to do whatever I want to do. I fell asleep to a YouTube playing last night that was music, but it played all night. And it was Elmer Locker, who y'all know I've just fallen in love with and just love his teachings on Neville Goddard. And I woke up and I'm going, why is there music playing? Because I usually don't have anything going on at night. So I'm ready to create today. Jophiel told me yesterday that it was time to create. So I know it is. I have an extremely busy day today. I have back to back to back to back to back today. And so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of creativity comes forth from that. And you are so right, Deirdre. Fear is a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. So, yeah. So let's release some of that today. Let's do a release after we get a message from the little book. And Sally says, purgatory is within, the same as light. We make a choice in all instances, right? We certainly do. We make the choice. But yet we want to blame something outside of ourselves. We want to blame God, you know, and I'm over blame. I choose not to blame, shame, guilt, none of that anymore. It's a choice that we make. Catherine Kovacs, good morning. Kathleen Caputo, good morning. I'd love to hear your input on this morning, Kathleen. Tammy Fisk, hi, darling. And Auntie Jean says, remember where love is, there is no fear. They are the opposite of each other. Yeah. And Sally says, now I have a million thoughts bouncing around in my head. Well, you should have been in my head last night, Sally, when this came through. And I was like, oh boy, this might stir up some controversy. This might have people say, oh, I'm not going to follow her anymore. And you know what? I have to speak what the angels say. It's like when you're a psychic, when you're a medium, you have to give that message. But when the angels channel a message to me, I have to give it. I can't twist it and sugarcoat it and make it something that it's not, because they have chosen me to be a conduit. And so I say what they say, you guys. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Michelle Landers says, I think that very soon quantum physics will reveal some wild discoveries about life, and that perhaps it's all very elaborate illusion, that we are all collaborators. Michelle, you know what I found last night? I always post my blog on Twitter when I'm done with it. It's just one of the options that comes up for me. So I posted it on Twitter, and this little blurb came up on Twitter where scientists had discovered that there was, now I don't know how it went, but something about there are electrons, I think, that moved backwards. So they were figuring out that you could move time backwards. And it was a very interesting article. And I'm like, oh, okay. So you guys are seeing that there are no absolutes, right? There is no time as we think of linear time. It's just something that we have chosen to put into place so that we know how to be at point A when we need to be there, and then we can get to point B. And Sally says it's easier sometimes, but healthier to always see our input on all instances that occur. Yeah, we need to use our brains. We need to think. And Deirdre says, yes, Michelle Landers, all of this will be coming to light in this new energy. And here's a wise one, Mary Etta, good morning. Up, up, up to a higher plane, higher consciousness. Higher consciousness is God's realm. God is love. Where there is love, there is no fear. And we are so grateful for our divine connection. I'm so grateful for you, Marietta. I almost called you yesterday. I'd love to just call and chat and catch up and see what's going on with you, if that's okay. I know you're really busy trying to get Sweet Dreams ready for your journey, but I just would love to sit with you and catch up. And Michelle says, yes, there is something called retro intention, and it's wild. It certainly is. And here's our Mama Hada Bear, who says, always we are either in love or fear. Here is where the P's are reminded to stay in love. I love that. And Mama Hada Bear, you were on my mind last night. I was wondering if Corey got his Hada Bear yet. I watched the latest video and I didn't see it on there, but I did watch a video where Captain Corey had to go into the hospital for some testing, and his sweet mama, I love her, little Pixie, she was recording him while he was hooked up to all the machines, and they were doing scans of his heart and testing his heart function. And poor little guy, I felt so bad for him. You know, it's hard enough to be a kid. He's 11 years old, and to have to go through all of that. And I know that was traumatic for him. So let's just please keep Captain Corey lifted up. Lift him high in your prayers, and Pixie. It was hard for her to watch her child go through that too. And Sally, working with a quantum healer, and some of the revelations, you come to understand some pretty significant illusions. It's crazy what will be revealed to all. It is crazy. I do quantum touch, and I just love that modality. I love that we can shift things inside the body just with our mind. It's powerful. Deirdre says, can't wait till they come up with what all that junk DNA is. Yeah, I'm just interested in how we can progress and evolve with love, because I think that is the key. Everything else is just that illusion. Linda says, I've always thought daydreaming is so important. I feel it interacts with time. Sometimes you feel no time has passed, and sometimes it passes faster, and creative ideas appear. Absolutely. Daydreaming is creating. You're in the sixth dimension when you're daydreaming. Anytime that you're in that relaxed enough state to stop giving in to the resistance of the brain thoughts. So absolutely, it is so important. Thank you, Linda, for your input. And Leo, good morning to you. Oh, Leo, I hope you're doing well. And it's just a little over a month now that we're going to be together out here in Sedona. I'm so excited. I'm going to check in with Sharon and see when we can make it up there to see the retreat house in Sedona. It's only about an hour from where I am. So I'm really excited to go in there. It's been kind of yucky weather. It's cold, for one thing. I am wrapped up in an electric blanket right now because I am cold. It's in the 30s. So I'm waiting for some warm weather for us to drive up into the mountain, Sedona. Kathleen, he got it in January. Pixie said they were unboxing the following day after I messaged her to see if he received it, but I haven't seen anything on YouTube about it. Yeah, I went back. I didn't go, what are we in, the end of February? I didn't go to the early January ones. So I'll go check it out, Kathleen, and see if there's some more YouTubes that are unboxings that I can maybe spot our little Hada Bear on YouTube video with Captain Corey opening it. Deirdre, I used to get in trouble in school for daydreaming in class. Boy, I did too. And that's no fun to get called out in front of all your peers as you're off creating. And that's what we were doing. We were creating. And Sally says there are quantum healers who are waking up and realizing they can reach our DNA and switch things up for a better outcome. Absolutely. I love doing quantum touch. And I think with several of you, I have done the hip alignments where with your mind and your intention, you actually do bring the hips back into alignment. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever watched happen, because I'm not doing it, Spirit's doing it, but I'm holding the energy and holding the space and letting it flow through me. We can do anything, you guys. There's no restrictions. And you're right, Joanne, I did the hip alignment for you when I was there. Yeah. Okay, Oksana says the best thing is when we dream and visualize it's already a spiritual truth, even on a physical level. It is a lie. If we stick to our spiritual truths, it builds a bridge of happenings to manifest. Yeah. Oh, Deirdre, it's a good thing your grades were high. Me too. I loved school. School was so amazing. I just could gobble up every bit of information I could get. I just loved it. And Sally says, Tony needs that. Yeah. Yeah, everybody does, because, you know, our bodies shift and change and get out of alignment. I need to teach somebody how to do it so that my hips can get back into alignment. I feel like my right one is really off right now. And Auntie Jean says, quantum healing sounds like a good workshop. I've seen you do it. I have. Yeah, I'd love to do a workshop on it, because it's so amazing to do this healing and to allow that energy to flow through you. So yeah, that's a possibility for a workshop, Auntie Jean. You know, we're going to be doing a workshop a month. Karen Palmer and I are, we did a beautiful one on Saturday. Oh my gosh, I'm still floating from the one we did Saturday, but we're going to do an offering once a month. And then Michelle Anders and I are working on something for the end of the year, the last 7 months of the year. So we got lots of stuff going on, and I'm sure some quantum healing information will come out in one of those workshops. Kathleen says, received late January. I messaged her in February. That's when she said that they were opening the next day. They had some videos up, but she said they were older videos because she and Corey weren't well for a while. Her husband actually did a video with Corey when she was sick. I saw that one. Yeah, that was the first one he had done. And it was so fun to watch him and to watch him come out of his comfort zone and be in front of the camera and help his little son with this amazing journey that they're on. Sally, you're doing a quantum workshop in April. Awesome. Yeah, I'd love to teach quantum touch, and I'll see if I can get that together for everybody. All right. So you know what time it is. Good morning, Robin. I tell you, I'm hearing such great things from you guys that have received this little guy right here, the tiny book of angel messages. And I am just loving that you're using it the way I had visualized, that you're going to open it to a page and it's going to have a message for you, whatever page it comes to. But here on the morning show, we pick a page. It's called the Pick a Page game. So what page am I opening up to see what message is there for us this morning? Share, 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 share. What you got? And those of you who have bought this little jewel, would you please go onto Amazon and write a rating for it? You don't even have to write words. You can just rate it from 1 to 5, depending on how you like it. Oh, there's not a page 370, Robin. There's only 85 pages in it. So Oksana picks page 78. So that's where we're going, page 78. Okay, on page 78, we have 4 messages. Which message do you want to hear on page 78? And Jean, I know you've got it, so don't cheat. Yeah, my midnight book does have that many pages, Robin, you're right. But this is the little tiny book, which are excerpts from the Midnight Calls book. Number 4, Michelle Landers says, okay, you picked the shortest one on the page, and so did Robin Dykes. Okay. It is confirmation of our conversation. God does not judge or criticize you. There is only love. That's the message on page 78, 4th message. There is only love. That's what the angels want us to hear this morning. So let's go with that. Let's go into our heart and release anything unlike love. Anything. Fear, anxiety, worry, regret. Oh my goodness, I just heard that. Okay, angels. Let's go into our hearts. Thank you all so much for being here this morning. And if you have a prayer request, let us know that as well. But right now, it feels like we just need to release. The angels taught me something after Time Heals was channeled. They taught me this method of release. And I believe, and this was way before I knew about quantum touch and quantum physics and quantum energy. But I believe that a release uses quantum energy. So thank you, Mary Crincoli, for being here. Prayers for you, your boys, and your family. Absolutely. And prayers for all humans, Gaia, and world peace, and attention to human trafficking. Thank you, Deirdre. All right, so go into your heart with your breath. The heart is the connection. When we breathe in, we find that place inside of us because we're relaxing. The breath helps us to relax. So breathe in first and fill your lungs fully. And then release that breath. And with this next breath that comes in, I want you to really fill those lungs up with air and watch that energy go down. So as it comes into your heart, it's going down to the solar plexus, the sacral, the root, and then out the bottom of your feet and connect in with Mama Gaia. Just go way down, 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 down to the center of Earth. It's a crystalline center. And that means that there are gemstones everywhere, everywhere. And some of them are huge, some are little. Find the one that's calling you. Let's all grab a gemstone this morning. And I have some myself, some here. Okay. I think I'm going to work with my unicorn this morning. I have this wonderful present that Monsi gave me in Mexico. And it is a little unicorn. So if any of you have your eyes open, I'll show you my unicorn. And mine is an amethyst and clear crystal. So as you're in there, in that energy of the earth, what are you finding? What are you holding on to? An emerald, a ruby. Okay, good, good. I love the energy of those. So whatever stone has called to you, just touch it. If it's small, you can hold it in your hand, like I'm holding my unicorn. Or you can just go over and give it a big hug. But find the energy of one of those gemstones that's going to work with you right now. A rose quartz, I love that. That's a lot of healing love energy. A white quartz, yay, beautiful. All right, so if you have your stone, just let it come up into your body. So bring your energy back up, breathe it up to your heart, and anchor it into your heart center. And now take another breath in, fill your lungs up, and we're going to go upward. So up through the throat chakra, the third eye, and out the crown, and then lift up to the soul star chakra. This is where you connect in with your higher self. So let's just sit there for a moment, just like you did in the earth. Just sit with your higher self and say, what do I need to release today? Just ask that question. And don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Just whatever comes to you, your higher self is going to guide and let you know. Whatever it is that's inside. You might not even be aware of what it is. You just know there's an energy of heaviness. There's an energy of pain, shame, blame, guilt. So as you have that communication with your higher self, just see the stream of light continuing upward, up, 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 that great central sun. And you're sitting in the very presence of the Creator. Allow that light to come back down into your crown, flowing in through that channel, past your third eye, past your throat, and anchoring in your heart with the grounding, balancing energy of earth and that crystal that you brought up with you from the earth. So with these energies combined, just sit for a moment, just pause, see what that feels like to be in your heart, to know that you are grounded, loved, nurtured by Mother Earth, and you are so loved by our Creator. There is only love. So as that thought enters your mind, that there is only love, everything else has to go. So envision that you can take your hand and now you can reach inside of your body, this human body that we think is all solid stuff, solid bone and flesh and the blood that runs through it, the air that's inside. I want you to envision that you can reach in there and you can find whatever it is that's hiding, whatever is shadowed from the light. And I want you to pull that shadow out. Just grab onto it, pull it to the outside. And this is with intention. You're going to hold it in your hand. It's okay if there's a crystal there. It will just help with the healing. To hold this energy that's unlike love, this energy that's creating a heaviness that's holding you back. As you hold it in your hand, really see it for the first time. And just say thank you to it. Thank you for being a part of my experience. See what it looks like as you communicate to it. Is there a color? Is there a shape? What's going on with this energy? Energy is alive. So this thing that you're holding in your hand, that you're now seeing for the first time maybe, see what color it is. And if you want to tell us that, Go ahead and type that in. What color is it as you look at it? What shape is it? Is it a blob? Is it formed? I'm seeing some of your shapes as I tune in. Somebody has a brick in your hand, really, really heavy, and it's dark. So whatever this energy is that you're holding, that you pulled out from inside of you, what does that look like? And now we're going to just continue talking to it. We've already said thank you. You can say it again. Thank you for the part that you played in shaping me into who I am. Thank you that right now I'm ready to let you go. I am ready for whatever that experience is that I'm going to have without you, without fear, without anger, without regret and shame and blame. So as you're holding this energy, in addition to the gratitude, add in love. You can say, I love you. I love you. You are a part of me. You've been in me. You've been with me through a lot of experiences. I love you. And really mean that. Not just say the words, but mean everything that you say to this energy. Thank you. I love you. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for any part of anything that happened that was low vibrating. Please forgive me. And forgiveness is not about any person. It's a release of the energy. It's letting it go. So those 4 phrases, you can say them as much as you need to until you see a shift and a change. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. And just love. Let love be the overwhelming thing that's happening right now, because love is all there is. It's all there is. And so whatever this was that had taken up residence inside of you, it was part of your illusion that there is fear, part of your illusion that you're out of the perfection of the love of God. So let it go. Let it go as you hold it. And I see some red blobs. I see black stringy energy. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you, Sally, for typing that out. Thank you. I love you. I love me, and together I love we, all of us together. All of us are doing this at the same time if you chose to participate. So we're all releasing right now. And it's going to help us all collectively when each one of us releases. So letting it go is as easy as making a commitment to let it go. It really is. Our brains tell us something different. Our ego says, no, that's not real. But it is real. It's as real as you want it to be. It's as real as heaven being on top of Mount Shasta. It's as real as whatever you decide is real. And if you want that pain to be real, it'll still be there. If you want that hurt and that feeling of guilt and shame and yuck, it'll still be there. It's up to you. What do you want? Do you want to release this right now? If you are releasing this, being done with this energy, just say yes. Just say yes. I am releasing. I'm letting it go for my best and highest good, and the best and highest good of all of us, the whole collective. I'm letting it go. Oh, when you make that decision, it's life-changing. It changes your energy. It shifts who you are, because you no longer have that heaviness inside. And so your light body kicks in, and it might want to drift upward, like Marietta was saying, up, up, up to a higher plane where there's only love. There's only light. So I say my yes. I'm letting go. I'm letting go of anything that is going to stop me from being my best self. And I love my life. I love that it's as simple as saying yes to shift that energy. And I am only saying yes these days. I'm only saying my yes to the higher elevation, saying my yes to being the best me possible, and to sharing that with all of you. Oh, I see your yes. I see a lot of gratitude. Letting it go with love. Thank you, Auntie Jean. Thank you, Michelle. And Oksana says, my shadow child was of not enough, was hiding. I gently invited her into the light, and she sparkled the colors of the rainbow. I love that. I love that. That's such a beautiful image. See it all just dissipate. See it go away from you. Whatever that was, it's gone when you say your yes. Okay, so that's how easy it is, you guys. That's how easy to let go. And then any worry, any anxiety that comes up, if there's loved ones that you're concerned about, the best thing you can do for them is to release them so that spirit can heal and can work with them to release the energy out of themselves. When you do this, it's a healing energy. And so you're going to find yourself, your spirit, your body, your emotions, everything lifting to a higher vibration. And Kathleen says, love that when we do this, it affects the collective. Spiritual and quantum teachers are also saying now that as there is no time and separation, as we heal ourselves, we are actually healing our ancestors. Kathleen, we did that on Saturday. I did a 7 generation, walking us back through our ancestry, and we healed the energy. So absolutely. I love the yeses. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just letting go today. And any of those prayers that you have inside of you that you're concerned about, let it go with love and ask the Creator to help you to let go and help your loved ones to let go so they can find their healing. Oh, I wish you'd been there, Kathleen. We're going to do it once a month. So you have an opportunity to jump in there sometime during the year. Okay, so it's time to love on each other. Now that you're in your light bodies and you've released all of that. So on the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so much. Stay in your hearts today. Stay blessed. I got to get out of here because I got stuff that's coming up all day long. I lost my mouse. Let's have Leo take us out of here. What do you say? We're leaving with love on a high vibration. And I'd love to know how you're feeling. So as Leo is singing to us, how you feel right now? Did you release anything? Did you let go? Or maybe you need to listen again to the replay and let it go. Just make a decision. Say your yes. And here we go, Leo. Okay, I don't know why I'm not hearing it. You all hearing Leo? Oh, nobody's. Let's stretch over, Leo.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up
Yeah,
and
you
get
should be
ready
hearing him.
because
I had
today's
it.
the
I had it
perfect day to
on
have a
mute.
great day. Here we go. Come on, come on. Come on, it's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. When all the peace for peace, and I'm a show for harmony. To any, Mama, be on the lead. Wherever we take, I create a photo where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup of full of joy, a very day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy, a very day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Cup full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team, and you can side with us. There is always no space in the pot for more love. Take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy, a very day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, a very day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning cup full of joy, a very day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, a very day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Cup full of joy. Full of joy, give me a cup, give me a cup of joy, 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 give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy.
Ooh, thank you, Leo. And thank you, everybody who came in. You did great work today. Great work releasing. And Deirdre, if you're still here, go check Facebook because you're my gratitude person today. So grateful for you. You went into the gratitude base. And thank you, everyone. You're so beautiful. I love you. I will see you later. Have an amazing day. Namaste, y'all.